Hey, what is up guys? So we are going to be going over a spoiler list of Battle Pack 2 War of the Giants. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So here is the spoiler list. If you want to go ahead and pause it and read it, or hit 720p so you can actually read it a lot better, you can definitely do so. I will also provide a link in the description box as well as, the source to where this image was found. But we actually got some proof here because I always like to back up my stuff with proof. There are a few cards that we still don't know. One of them that's not listed here that I know is Solar Windjammer. But let's go ahead and go over the cards that people are actually excited about that are actually getting a reprint. So first off, Plague Spreader Zombie, but we got some better ones over here like Mermail Abyss Megalo. This guy Ouroboros54 already has them. These are foreign, but keep in mind TCG, Spanish, German, French, Italian, Russian. We all share the same TCG, so if they're printed there, we will get them also. So we got Mermail Abyss Megalo, we got Breakthrough Skill, and we got Cardcar D. Other noteworthy cards are Chaos Hunter. It's pretty good. Stops people from banishing, but you can still banish. Next up, Slifer the Sky Dragon. Maybe we will see more of that Agent Slifer deck, which is pretty cool. And Forbidden Lance is also getting a reprint, which is pretty awesome. I think that that card is it's just overall a really great card. Now let me go ahead and give you guys some insight on some of these cards that are getting reprinted, because obviously if you have some of these cards, you're like, oh shoot, I need to get rid of these as soon as I can. Let me give you guys the rundown of what's going to actually happen. Keep in mind this is only a prediction, but I would safe to say that my predictions are usually pretty close. But anyways, as far as Mermail Abyss Megalo, if you do have these, I do advise you to get rid of them simply because water already isn't favorable right now. It's not like the Tier 1 deck. Tier 1 deck's pretty much, I would say, Evil Swarm, the Spellbooks, as well as the Elemental Dragons. Those are the Tier 1 decks that people actually want. I've already mentioned it several times when Mermails were already on their downhill, so if you guys were already listening to me on that, hey, and you got rid of your Megalos, hey, you're already good to go. But anyways, the reason why Mermails will, go down in price even further is not only because they're not seeing as much play, but also simply just because, obviously it's only used in one deck. You can't really tech a Mermail Abyss Megalo in other decks, right? You could try, but realistically, I don't know. If you can make a deck, by all means, that's awesome. Something like Breakthrough Skill, you can use this in a whole bunch of decks. People always like to foil out their decks. Don't get me wrong. Secret Mermail Abyss Megalo obviously will be still worth more than common rare. But something like Breakthrough Skill, you can use this in pretty much every deck. Every deck can run the Breakthrough Skills because it's just a simple card. It's not like conditional to like a Mermail Abyss Megalo. An excellent example of a card that also got reprinted but it held its value in its original form would be something like Fiendish Chain. You can run Fiendish Chain, you can run Breakthrough Skill in pretty much every deck. They're good against like everything. And what I love about Breakthrough Skill is you can just chain it to when your opponent activates something on your turn. I just love that aspect. So if they have Zen Mains and you just be like, oh, you're going to save Zen Mains? Nope. I just love Breakthrough Skill. But like if you have Ultimate Rares, Ultra Rares, or Breakthrough Skill, hey, hold on to them because as far as my advice, the card will go down in price right now, but then it'll slowly rise back up, just like Fiendish Chain. Fiendish Chain pretty much maintains its value. I mean, it might drop a couple bucks because of the reprint, but you'll still, hold your you'll still get your money's worth if you just hold on to them. Something like Cardcar D, it's only really used in other decks that are not essentially Tier 1 because, let's be honest, Breakthrough Skill is in Elemental Dragons. They run 2 to 3 of these. It's a card seen in Tier 1 decks, whereas Cardcar D not really seeing too much play in Tier 1 decks at the moment. I mean, you could definitely run this in Insectors, you can run it in Macro Rabbit. There's a lot of just good decks that can just play this card, as well as Chainburn. Obviously is probably excited because Chainburn was an expensive deck, technically only because of Cardcar D, and you could definitely get away without playing it, but it definitely helps out the deck. So, you might see some more Chainburn players, or just other rogue decks because they're happy about Cardcar D. But realistically, the card that is actually affecting the meta is going to be Breakthrough Skill. So be expected to see Breakthrough Skill see a lot more play because some players they like to playtest with cards that they can actually get. So they're like, oh, I can get multiple Breakthrough Skills now because it's getting reprinted. So be expected to see this card see a lot of play. Also, one thing because I do vend Yu-Gi-Oh cards myself, but I always like to help you guys out because as my subscribers, I always will help you guys out with this. So a lot of vendors will be picking these up, and I know a lot of vendors might hate me for this, but the way I look at it, if you're a good vendor, you've already been ahead of the game, you already know what's up. So as far as Breakthrough Seal goes, a lot of vendors will be picking these up for cheap. Same thing with Mermail Abyss Megalo. By all means, you could get rid of these to vendors. I mean, Abyss Megalo, as well as Cardcar D, that's kind of a mediocre one. But Breakthrough Skill will maintain its value simply because people like to foil out their decks. As far as Getting rid of these, I do, like I said, recommend you guys keep them just for a short amount of time, and then the price, like I said, will probably maintain its value. But you can weigh your options. Keep in mind, these are always just suggestions for you guys. It's not something set in stone, and these are always predictions. But like I said, there are a few cards we don't know. One card, like I mentioned, that I'm actually excited about, which actually wasn't in that spoiler list, was Solar Windjammer. Going to be playing those CWs. But again, here's a full spoiler list. If you guys have any insight to what the meta will look like, by all means, let me know in the comment section below, because I'd love to hear you guys' opinions. As far as the meta goes, I don't think that it will really change. It will just come down to more players will be running that Breakthrough skill, which is a fantastic card. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Asian Eyes, signing out.